Hello Virgo, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead. Virgo, how you doing? I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. Virgo, I'm here with a collection of oracles here. We're going to throw those down for the overall energy for the week ahead. We're going to pick up some tarot. We're going to get some details about all of this energy we're about to put on the table. And thanks for showing up here, Virgo. So if you are the ride or die and you're back, because you're always back, thanks for doing that. And if you're brand new, I hope you'll stay. I hope that you will subscribe and turn on that bell button so you know when I am uploading. So look, this week on the 8th, we have the Lionsgate portal. And on the 9th, we have the full moon in Aquarius. And that's a lot of energy to be on the heels of each other. So expect the unexpected, friends, because there is inspiration, alignment, visionary breakthroughs, radical idea changes. I think that for some of you, it will be like you're rethinking outdated norms, like things you no longer want to do, or no social norms you no longer want to obey, because Aquarius is a little bit rebellious that way. So yes, we have a double whammy. So journaling and meditation is on the menu. I hope that you do that. All right, let's find out what's going on here. Oh, and by the end of the video, I will tell you how to get to the extended, and if you would like a private read, we'll talk about that. We've got Virgo. It says, show the world the real you. Well, weren't we just talking about the full moon in Aquarius? Isn't that a little bit auspicious, right? We were just talking about that. So it says, show the world the real you, the full moon in Aquarius. That's exactly what's coming up on Saturday, the 9th. Is the full moon in Aquarius. And so it is like about expecting the unexpected. Changes might happen. I think you might want to hold space for emotions, because when full moons come up, they are emotional, right? Moons are Cancer energy. They are sort of watery energy, and it's going to be a time of connecting the dots for Aquarius, like putting, trying to get reconnected to the emotions. Aquarius is, although Aquarius is individual, also Aquarius is the collective purpose as well. So it's going to affect all of us. Let's find out what else is we got here. What else do we have here for Virgo, please? We've got building blocks. All right, so it seems to me that somebody's been doing some work. I feel like you are about ready to begin some type of new cycle. And look, when the full moons are here, full moons are about releasing things and ending cycles. And then we have card number 28, which is a 10, breaks down to a 1, and that says building blocks. I feel like somebody here has been doing their best to build themselves up. All of these blocks are the colors of all of the chakras. So I feel like you have been repairing yourself block by block, or brick by brick, I would say. And you are building yourself up towards some sort of a new beginning. So I've got this deck here is the surrender deck. And since we're having a full moon, I thought maybe I'd give you some ideas of what maybe you need to surrender. Surrender to creativity, it says. And it says, let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or to solve a problem. So keeping your mind open, the most creative of us are the ones who are fluid of the mind. I would say for people who are able to think around corners and bend their thoughts, and people who are not stuck in a thought pattern, people who are flexible in the mind. Those are the most creative of us. Excuse me. And so what I think here is that I think your growth is coming in creativity. It's making you a little bit more flexible, I'm going to say, in the mind, likely because of this full moon in Aquarius. We have a time for healing. And that's true, because the full moons are all about releasing what you don't need, right? And we've got the bottom of the deck, time to go. I really love this card. 45 is a 9. That's hermit energy. Feels like, with this door here, that this person is like almost fading away. It's like they're trying to run for the door before the old cycle closes. That's how I view it anyway. And so I feel like that's what's happening here. It feels like there is a new cycle opening with this 10 that we have here, and we have a 9. It feels like we have sort of a progress going on, progression. We have surrender worry. I like it. It says, make a commitment to not to lead an anxiety-driven life. When worries arise, breathe them out of your body, focus on the power of your heart and have faith that spirit is guiding you always. Surrender to overthinking. Look, Mercury, what is that? Y'all, when Mercury retrograde comes around, I speak like a witch. I start putting all the words together and trying to make new ones. I meant to say when your ruling planet is Mercury, and it is in retrograde at this time, so it may cause some obsessive overthinking for you. So be aware of that. Let's get some tarot on this and see what is going down for Virgo. Tell me about Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Show the world the real you. It's time to drop the mask. Time to begin on some sort of new path. And I want to say that the real you is someone who you have healed into being. So I don't think that the old person back there was you. I feel like that you are building yourself into being a brand new you on a brand new cycle. All right, let's pull these tarot out, see what's going on in the week ahead for Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. All right. I think this is your moment. I'm just going to say, I feel like this is the moment in time for you where you finally do this one last push and you get rid of what you don't want and you usher in what you do want. And I feel as though you have been waiting for this. You've been waiting for a time to let go of things of the mind, to stop worrying, to decide that it's time for you to show everybody the new you, the one that is changed or evolved. And I feel like you have been just waiting to harvest, I'm going to say, because the Seven of Pentacles is about throwing the seeds of intention and then nurturing those. And it's a lot of hard work. And so showing the world the real you, I feel like you've been putting in the hard work to build yourself chakra by chakra or block by block, as it says here, to go into the new cycle. And then you're going to be ready for reciprocal energy. We'll go back to that. We've got the Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Why? Because the Six of Swords is here. I feel like you are going from some place of chaos to the calm, and that's where you find some sort of emotional bond. It could be platonic. It could be romantic. Cups aren't always about romance. It's about bonding. It's about energy. It's about emotions, right? So I feel like you are going to have an emotional bond with somebody here coming up in the future energy. We've got the Empress. Wow. Oh, and the Sun. Oh my goodness. Okay. And the Ten of Swords. Look, this is literally what we were just talking about, is it not? The Ten of Swords. Like, you don't even have to be a tarot reader to know that this looks like a really painful ending. And so we've got here Aquarius energy, right? And so it is saying here, it's time for you to just let it go, release it. Because although the Ten of Swords, sometimes we sort of focus on the pain of coming to the end of this cycle, I feel like one thing we should remember is that when we come to the end of the cycle, we also get the release. So I feel like this full moon is going to help you release things that have been pressuring you, feeling hard in the mind. I think this is the final sort of steps toward your Empress energy. So Virgo, I know that you are a Virgo, and I know that you're not a Taurus or a Libra, but you don't have to be in order to be the Empress. You can be feminine or masculine. And just because, the Venusian signs are represented here by Empress, the Empress is somebody who has got stability, somebody who is very abundant. And I think that you see your worth now. I feel like you see your worth, and the Sun is here. There's no way other people can't see your worth because the spotlight is on you. So it feels like there is some clarity here, and I feel like you're far happier than you used to be once you release all of these mental burdens you've been carrying, or the burdens of carrying the pain of endings that you've had with other people. It does feel like this is what you've been waiting for. So full moons are about the purge. This one might be an emotional one for you. Make sure that you know that. And the Sun here is shining on the Empress. I feel like there's no way people aren't going to see your glow up. There's no way that people aren't going to see that you've really been paying attention. You've been the student. And the only way that you can become the Empress is through wisdom. And with the Page of Swords here, it tells me that you were willing to be curious and malleable with your mind. You're willing to be flexible with the mind. Tell me what comes through the middle of the week here for Virgo. We've got the Magician, we've got the 5 of Pentacles, and we have the 10 of Cups. So I feel like you have grown. It feels like somebody here has grown to a place of emotional intelligence. And I was just talking about that with a friend today, and how emotional intelligence, like, you know when you're there, because the people who have hurt you, the ones that have caused these 10 swords over and over, you begin to not just forgive them, but you begin to see them for who they are, and you will, because the sun is here. You start to see that these people are the ones who feel left out. They are the ones who are living in scarcity, the ones who haven't quite realized that they are here abundant and that this life is here for them, that they have all the tools. They were given all the tools when they came here, and they haven't quite yet seen their own worth. So I feel like this 6 of Pentacles here tells me in the middle of the week that you're recognizing that when people are rude to you, mean to you, do things that are terrible to you, that yes, they still hurt. It doesn't mean that they don't. But I think you look at it from a different angle. I think you look at it differently, in that you feel sort of bad for them. You feel sad for them, because you realize now with the Empress energy in the sun, you have a realization or a breakthrough that not everybody is fortunate enough to become emotionally aware and realize that what we're seeing are scars and wounds of the other people. And that's why they pour out those things onto us sometimes. It's all about how you've grown. Like, I feel like you've really grown, and this is something that I feel is going to be mirrored back to you in the week ahead, because we will have already been past the 8th and past the 9th, right? And it's going to be mirrored back to you by the universe. And I feel like you are going to realize that you have done amazing growth. It's going to come when you start to interact with other people. Even though you still are going to come up against people who don't give you as much as you give them, you're going to realize it, stop giving to them, and then you're going to pull back a little bit and forgive them immediately, because you're emotionally intelligent. I feel like you will see them for who they are, the 5 of Pentacles, realizing they're detached, or they can't ask for help, or that they are living in this place of emotional, mental, or financial poverty. It does feel like you now realize you see your tools, and now you see your growth. Tell me why the Ace of Wands is here with surrender to creativity, because the Ace of Wands is creative energy. We've got the 9 of Pentacles. We've got the World card. Oh, this is really beautiful, Virgo. I can't remember doing such a beautiful reading. Look at that World card planted right between the 9 of Pentacles and the 7 of Wands. Because I feel like you, now that you closed the door, you have this shift of energy from the old chapter to the new chapter. It's like you no longer need to, once you get past the full moon, it's like you finally do the release and the chapter is closed. And then the 9 of Pentacles tells me you stand strong. You know that you can do it alone because you've built yourself up to here alone. You have confidence, you've built your reputation, maybe you're doing better financially. It feels like there is a creative path that you will possibly be going on. A new creative path is opening here for you. And that's what's coming up once the World card shows up. Because this is a milestone. Like, you're finally out of the chapter where all of the growth was taking place, and it was really hard. But then we have the 7 of Wands. Now you've got your boundaries in place. Now you're become an expert. She's holding that Ace of Wands, right? You become an expert at blocking out what is not yours. You stop taking offense to people who do rude, mean things. You understand where it comes from because the King of Cups gets it. And so I feel like you have come to this beautiful place of release, closing a chapter, and moving forward in a very confident and abundant way. And I think that that's really beautiful. So there is something exciting that is coming up in the future. So time to go is very interesting because the World card is here, right? And time for healing. That's exactly what this this reading is about. That I feel that you've done a whole pile of healing. And I feel like in the week ahead, after you've come past the full moon and the Lionsgate portal, I think you're going to realize exactly how healed you are. I feel like this last bit that you're letting go of here is probably from the past, people who have hurt you, and possibly surrendering this to your worry and your obsessive thinking. So it does, in case you need it. I'm not saying you do. I'm not saying you do, Virgo. But it says surrender to the need to always be right. I'm just going to leave that right there. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. So no more obsessive thinking. I'm going to put down 3 cards. We're going to talk about those in the extended. And if you're interested in showing up in the extended, there is two ways that you can get the extended. First one is at the top of the pinned, if you go to the top of the comments at the pinned comment right under the video, you will see all of this information I'm talking about. You can purchase this reading outright, this extended, if you'd like to do that, or you can come into the membership area if you'd like to become a member. You can do that. That's all in the pinned comment. Also, if you're interested in a private read, please know that private reads are open. I am offering pre-recorded readings, and all the sales are going on within the live reading, so anywhere between 5 and 75% off your read. To get on the phone and have a little bit of fun with the Sag rising, let's find out what we're talking about in the extended. So first of all, we're going to, we always go by and clarify this a little bit more. And I think that what we're going to be talking about here is how you grew from nothing. Because that's what the Empress does. Look, the Empress starts out with as much as you and I have, right? And grows all of this wisdom by learning the lessons and doing the hard stuff, right? Not by just skipping to the good part. I feel like you've been building a foundation for a really long time, and I think it's been a really hard go of it. We do have the 4 of Wands, which tells me that you are in this place of stability in the week ahead, but it feels like it wasn't easy to get there. It wasn't easy at all for you to begin to stabilize your life. I feel like you have a story to tell. So we're going to look at the extended. We're going to go to the extended if you'd like to go there. We've got the Chariot here. You've got victory and happiness and success coming in your future here. And that's as soon as everything comes to a full transformation. And I think that your transformation, there's still some to be done here, and we will talk about that. Thank you so much for being here, Virgo. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. I will see you again. Take care, and I'll see you in the extended if that's where you are. Thanks. Bye-bye.